Hi you guys, welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker and welcome to show and tell number 88. I double checked. We're at 88. It's taken me 2 years to get to 88 show and tells. Anyway, it's been a little bit of an adventure this morning. Things have not gone as well as I would have liked, and mostly that's because I keep stumbling over my words. I start wondering whether or not I'm even speaking English anymore. I decided to take a break, eat some lunch, and, well, brunch. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, so it's in between meals. But I've also been up since 5 o'clock this morning, so. Anyhoo. Hopefully my Mary Maxim crochet and knit clubs will be here today. They're supposed to be out for delivery at some point today, but they still haven't left the processing plant as of now, or processing facility as of now, according to their tracking. So we will see if they get here or not. If they are here by 2 o'clock, I will hopefully film those videos today. Otherwise, I'm going to have to film either tomorrow or Saturday, and depending on which day I get back to sit down and film, my unboxing videos might not upload until Sunday, and Tuesday, Saturday, or Monday is ideal though. Yay! We're going to have some minor changes to the formats of those videos because so many people are coming into my channel from those videos and they're not understanding the format because, you know, well, I've got 25% new viewers to those who have never seen any of my previous reviews. They don't understand the format, the point, the whole 3-month thing. So, I'm going to start explaining that at the beginning of the videos and being a little bit more professional and communicative about what the point to these videos are. Yeah, so that will hopefully get done today. Makes it a little bit easier if I have to sit down and type in information to get it all done at once. Editing thing, just get it all done at once and set things to air dates. Scheduling things in advance is nice because I'll forget. What did I do this week? I made some cards, finished some cards, did some knitting and crocheting. All right, that's it. I kid. So let's start with the challenge stuff. So, Call Me Crafty Al. I've mentioned that channel 950 times. Alicia has amazing content. She is tagged down below. Go check her out if you want to learn more about card making. Her sheet load of cards are just amazing. I don't know what else to say. But she is doing a No Spend November challenge, and she's issuing different challenges every couple of days to what the theme needs to be, and you don't spend any new money on these. You use what's in your stash for these. So the first one, I can't remember what the pun was, but I'm pretty sure there was a pun to the title, but it was leaves. And that was my contribution for that one. I have had these table scatter leaves in my stash now for 4 to 5 years. So I really wish I had some more of the green or yellow ones left, but yeah, this was scrap paper, table scatter, washi tape. I needed a thank you card to go out, so that worked out perfectly for me. The next one was Wild Side, and it was animal themed. You had to somehow incorporate animals into your project. She did this super cute stamped colored penguin card. Love it. I really wish I had a talent for that kind of card making. I am much more of a let the paper do the work kind of person because I don't really have that talent. So I do have some alcohol markers. Maybe next year I will spend more time playing with those, or maybe my watercolor pencils, but I don't know. I've just never been that good with inking and stamping and the coloring, and I wish I were good at that stuff, but anyway, this was my contribution. This is the current paper set I showed you guys last week, the 5x7s that I did from the big whole image cards. This is a cut apart from that same card pack. It's a Safe Freeze. And I believe it was from 2016 from Michaels. Deer theme. Oh, my sticker's coming up. I'm also working on using more stickers and stuff like that instead of just my enamel dots and Elizabeth Craft Design things. So I'm going through and trying to actually use up stuff that has been sitting around. That's the inside. And there's another. So that was my contribution for challenge number 2. Now, challenge number 3 was just issued this morning, and it's music themed. I think I can make that work too. But it's kind of fun. Like, I'm adding the extra challenge to it being not just stuff from my stash, but stuff that's already been broken into or partially used, or I mean, the scatter leaves, I did a project, a decoupage project like 5 years ago that used 6 1/4 bags of those. So I was left with 3/4 of a bag. Scraps. I've already started using the Safe Freeze pad. The next one will actually come from the scraps from this paper pad. You can see, like, music was one of those. So this has been in my stash since 2017. That's the year that I bought this one. And this is where I am on the scraps for this one. And I have started putting together some of my scraps to make kind of focus points on the thing. See, this is what I mean. Words are not my friend today. I started a YouTube channel so I could communicate verbally instead of taking the time to write things. Not working out for me. But yeah, so the second set of Christmas cards I've done for this year has been from this pad, and I will show a picture right here. I did a collage of, I told you guys, like, eventually I wanted to just get to where I was taking pictures of them so I could just show them to you all at once. This is the least popular segment in my videos, is when I talk about card making. So I did want to make this a little less painful for you guys. I am primarily, okay, this is just not working. I am primarily a knitting and crocheting channel, so, but I'm crafty in general. I really need to get my sewing machine out. I still haven't had time to settle in and get things organized, but I'm working on that. And once I'm done with my Christmas cards and get my journal for crafting next year done and get through my Christmas gifts, I'm going to finish what I'm working on and share with you guys, because I am pretty excited about some of the things I'm changing around in my greater configuration here. But yeah, that's how many cards I got out of that pad so far. It's just a 6x6 pad. I've got, what, 2? Well, I'm not going to sit here and count these. That number. That number. That's how many I got. And I still have scraps to go through. And like I said, my next challenge card for Call Me Crafty Owls No Spend November will also be coming from the Old World pad. Next up, yarn. Yarny, yarny, yarn. Yarny, yarny, yarn. So, we're going to talk about my WIP. I did things like working on a shawl that I started forever ago, working on my dad's blanket, but none of those show enough progress or look any different from the last time you saw them. So I'll just hold off on showing you those. I'm trying to make my videos under 20 minutes, but I talk too much. So I decided to try one of Pamela Adores, is it Adores or Adoring? Adoring Crochet. Channel link down below. I wanted to try her new cowl pattern. And I pulled this yarn from my yarn wall over there, and it's been in my stash for a while. I have it in pink and gray, and then a brown and gray. When you look at the ball, you would suspect there's nothing weird that will happen here. This is Peyton's Peak. One of these has been in my stash for about 1.5 years. The other 2 balls have been in my stash for probably around 4 years. I really like the yarn. I love the way it looks. I like most of the Peyton yarns, but this is the colorway Rose Wine. It's a bulky 5. And I was thinking, how cute would that be as a cowl with that little bit of texture? But like it doesn't look like these are slubs. But once I started working on it, they like floof out once they come out of the hank or the skein. And the more like I've manhandled this is the second ball I had, the more you can start seeing where they do floof out. But it's like they're matted down in the ball. And then the moment you start pulling them out, they start to floof more and more. And they just expand. So that didn't work. I at least caught it this time within 2 rows. So, and this is not a problem with her video. This is 100% user error. My fault, not hers. But I am glad that I caught this early, because I would have been very annoyed had I not. So I still did the 85 count, stitch count. I still have the 2 rows of single crochet at the bottom, but I ripped back and just turned everything into half double crochet. So that's what it looks like. And I actually kind of like it. It reminds me of like the aisle runner at a wedding, where you just have like rose petals kind of scattered everywhere. I really kind of dig the way this looks, and I like the added texture and just weirdness. I'm thinking about knitting one with the other colorway just to see how that works up. But yeah, this just did not work out as planned. So I'm going to have to find something else to do Pamela's cowl with, because I really want to do Pamela's cowl because I really like the texture on it. But this is, it's fine. But that's been my bedtime. After I take my shower, start getting ready for bed. That's been what I'm kind of working on. And then I have a dishcloth still sitting in there that, yeah, it's one of those, if I feel like it, I pick it up and put in a row or 2, but nothing, I'm not focusing on that as a active whip. Next finished object is my Mary Maxim Crochet Club kit for October. So this used 480 grams out of 500. So, I mean, pretty close to using all 5 balls of the Red Heart Unforgettable that I got last month in Polo. The name of this pattern is the Bella Wrap. Love the way this turned out. It is, move my water out of the way so I don't knock it over. It is super massive and long. My wingspan is 5'5", and we are quite a few inches over that. But one of the things I was really wanting to be able to do with this when I realized how big it was going to be was I can, you know, actually wrap with it, use a shawl pin to hold it, or I can put it on as kind of like a, almost more like a poncho and pin it here in the center. Or I can just, you know, throw it around my shoulders and stay warm. I love versatility in wraps like this. So also, if I made some smaller cufflinks, I don't know that I would trust it with this yarn though, because this yarn could snap and come apart very easily because it is a loose twist roving style yarn. But you could do the cufflink thing and actually do cufflink buttons to close it up to where it is a poncho. But yeah, I am super excited with how this turned out. We will discuss this more in the unboxing for November's kit. But I'm really glad to have this. I know there were a lot of people who were upset that they got the parrot colorway instead of polo. I'm just saying, it would be awfully pretty in parrot as well. I've seen one finished one in parrot, so I can actually say it's not that it would be. It is awfully pretty in parrot too. This was just more seasonally appropriate and perfect for how I'm feeling right now. I did not intend my shirt to match that project, but it worked out that way. And my last finished object. Y'all, I am so excited. Maybe that's why, like, because I'm dying to show you guys how this turned out. Till last week I was, Thursday night I finished the end of this last week. Got my ends woven in. I still need to do a final light blocking. I do have a little bit of, not rippling, but it's where it's been stretched as it's been worked. But this is another, it's greater than 5.5 feet total. So it's going to be nice and big and huge. I mean, if I actually stretch it, you can see how much larger that's going to get. So this has 2 indie dyed yarns. One from Hobby Lobby's Authentic, the Yarn Bee Authentique. One hand dyed from a friend of mine, and one from Knit Picks. I did not bring the balls back in here. They are already packaged and ready to go into the advent calendar I'm building for myself. As we get through the next 2 weeks, I'll be discussing that a little bit more, because we know I start Vlogmas just a shade bit early, because I start decorating just a little bit early. Yeah, we're not going to be doing Thanksgiving until Saturday, so I may go ahead and pull an Ella and get my Christmas tree up. I really love how this transition worked. I was very worried about how this would, I wanted it to look like a sunset there, but I didn't know if it would actually work. But yeah, I am so happy with how this turned out. So I'm already looking at my sock yarns going, I will leave a link down below to the shawl pattern that kind of inspired this. I'm going to be honest though, I use a completely different form of increases than what the pattern calls for. And the fading of the yarn is a little bit different because I was trying to hold back 20 grams for every 100 gram ball that I opened. So it's not a fade shawl listed down below. It's just how to do this kind of moss stitch or seed stitch shawl. But that gives you the general idea of how this is constructed, and you can change it however you want yours to be. It's too much for me to explain in a video like this, and I don't feel comfortable sharing a tutorial on how I did mine, because it is so closely touching to another pattern that's very similar. So, that's a fine pattern. The way it's written, it's great. I've done it the way it's written, but just know for this, I did make some changes, and particularly because I did not want a raggedy, holy edge for my increase side. It's not that it's raggedy. It just leaves extra holes the way it's written. So, I am going to go ahead and head off. I have it under 20 minutes right now, which is a huge success for my... And I hope you guys are having a fantastic week. I look forward to seeing you guys real soon. Hopefully my videos for the Mary Maxim unboxing of November will be up really soon. I am still working on my knit shawl, so that's going to be a lot of fun to discuss. I hope you guys take care, love you, and I will see you guys real soon. Bye, guys.